Good evening, Fernwood. It is your facilitator, Neil, here, and it is time for us to facilitate our way to a whole episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. This episode is June 4th, 1976. It's a Friday episode, and not only that, it is the first episode of the first disc, in this case, of the DVD set, which means that we are starting the second third of the entire series. I'm very excited about that. I think it's time for us to do our recap because I like to do that so much. We began with the fallout of the brief scenelet at the end of the previous episode with Mary showing up to Dennis Foley's apartment. He is expecting a sexual encounter with Mary and hoping for one. Mary comes with a handful of pamphlets about heart care, and that's very thoughtful. She definitely seems to have some feelings for Dennis because they did make out a bit, but Mary is definitely putting off more sex. Dennis says she's coming back tomorrow because that's the kind of guy he is. At the Shumways, we have a conversation between Martha and George where Martha is really questioning her own identity since she found out that she had been adopted as a child. George is on the side of saying it doesn't really change who you are, and Martha really feels she has a mystery. Then Kathy comes in, talks about the confusing feelings she has for Father DeMarco, especially since handsome Cleet Meisenheimer had been making moves on her, but Kathy definitely is way more interested in the father. Then Mary at home gets a call on the red helpline that she has had installed in her home. It turns out to be an obscene phone caller. She finds this disturbing since it is disturbing, but then right after hanging up on that call, she gets stirred towards helping every other person out in the world with their problems. And in my mind, that is a way of avoiding the problems that she has not been dealing with in her own life. Speaking of problems, Tom at the factory gets called up to the big office since he's been drinking regularly on the job. Tiny pushes for Tom to get fired from his position, but Mr. Billingsley, the boss there, he says, Tom, if you get yourself some help, go to the counseling session here at the factory, then you can keep your job. I think that's a fairly generous way to deal with the situation since Tom has been drinking for a few days, but maybe it's just a few days and Tom has been working there for quite a few many years, so maybe it's kind. We'll see how that works out. We end the episode with a scene between Merle Jeters and Jimmy Joe Jeters, wherein Merle is coaching Jimmy Joe on the content of his speech for an upcoming sermon on television. Jimmy Joe is questioning the whole content and intent behind the sermon because it basically says, hey, give us your money, and if you lose money, it's on you. It's sort of a proto prosperity gospel kind of deal here. Basically, Merle Jeters is a ragamuffin, if I can use harsh language. Let's do this. It is June 4th, 1976, in my brain and in my time machine. Let us do this and start the new episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman.
Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman! Helpline, good afternoon. Heather, you are not to use this number. This phone has been installed as a special community service so I can help people with serious problems. What do you mean you have serious problems? Like what? Heather, math problems are not serious problems. No, I cannot help you with them. Yes, you may sleep over at Trudy's and she may help you. Heather, do not call me on this phone again. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Mrs. Hartman?
Vacuums.
Beg your pardon?
You selling vacuums?
My name is Pete Schwimmer. and I'm
Aluminum
here.
sidings?
No, I'm here in answer to the
Roofings?
No.
Magazine subscriptions?
Books. The great classics. You sent in a postage-free card asking for one of us to come to your door.
I don't remember doing that.
Anyway, here's my business card.
Oh, it's very large.
Government regulations, so you know up front I'm not taking a poll or anything.
The great classics.
Uh-huh. An encyclopedia of the world's finest literature.
Have the classics in your home for pennies a day.
From the Greeks to the moderns, all the famous poets and playwrights and philosophers.
Oh, thank you very much, but I'm really not interested in that. I mean, it's not that I am not interested in fine literature, because I certainly am. I mean, I have every book that Reader's Digest has digested in the last 3 years. It's just that I am not that interested in buying an encyclopedia, that's all.
But listen, if I could leave a brochure with you, then maybe you'd sign a paper saying that I was here, you know? Because that way the Home Office will know that I contacted you, and it's not as good as a sale, but at least it's something.
Well, all right. Then maybe you better come on in.
Thank you. You sign right here.
Oh, I'm not signing like a contract or anything like that, am I?
Oh, no. There's no money involved. It just says that I was here, and I came and talked to you about having the great classics in your home for pennies a day.
Now, let me ask you a question. When they say pennies a day, do they really mean pennies a day, or did they just say that?
No, it's really a good deal, Mrs. Hartman. Look, all the best of Shakespeare's and Dickens and Voltaire, all in beautifully bound volumes, as cheap as paperbacks.
Oh, Voltaire. Oh, I love Voltaire. Such an interesting man. See, my problem is this. I am recently separated, and I don't feel I should spend any unnecessary money at this time.
I mean, you look to me like the type of person to whom books are as necessary as bread.
Do I?
Uh-huh, definitely. Now, here's our illustrated brochure with all the details.
Hi, Mary.
Howard, hi. Come on in.
I really can't stay. I just wanted to tell you I got that job with Design Dynamics. I'm finally going to work.
Oh, Howard, that's wonderful. Congratulations. Oh, this salesman, he was just here and we were just having a little talk about the great classics, you know.
Well, look, I got to run, Mary.
Excuse me. Hey, don't I know you?
I don't think so. Well, take it easy, Mary, huh?
Okay, good luck.
I'm sure I know him.
Oh, do you live in Fernwood?
No, I travel around a lot, though. Our home office is in Midvale. That's where I know him from. He used to be in the computer programming office.
Oh, yeah, he told me that he did something like that.
Yeah. It's too bad what happened.
What would happen?
There was a big fight in the office because some guy made a crack when his boyfriend came to pick him up. Broke the guy's jaw.
Howard broke somebody's jaw?
No, his boyfriend Ed.
You mean his brother?
I mean, they're gay. Howard and the guy he lives with.
Gay. You mean...
Hey. Hi, Kathy. I hope you'll excuse the way I look.
Oh, you look fabulous.
Oh, sure, fabulous.
I mean, you look different. You look like a person instead of a priest.
I'll tell you a little secret. It's possible to be both.
Oh, sure. I mean, in your work clothes. I mean, not that they're your work clothes, but you look a whole lot,
I was mowing the lawn just like a wolf. But look, you didn't come here to discuss my wardrobe.
No, I came here to thank you.
What for?
For talking to me and for being so helpful and introducing me to Clete.
I hope he was able to do something for you over at Channel 6.
Oh, yes, he was. He got me a job on the local cooking show, Feasting in Fernwood. It's sort of like, you know, a galloping gourmet. And I helped the cook. I passed him a spatula and an egg beater, and so I got the job. I'm the new kitchen cookie.
That's wonderful, Kathy. When do you start?
Tomorrow.
Good. I'll try and watch.
Thank you.
What is it, Kathy?
What is what?
I don't know. I just got the feeling that there's something you're not telling me.
You feel that?
Uh-huh. Goes with the territory. What's the matter?
I feel that I should be doing something, helping others. You know, like maybe charitable work. And I'm sure that you must have some youth programs here or fundraising, and And I'd really like to volunteer
That's great. For which one?
for whichever one you're head of.
I see.
And I hope you won't reject me just because I'm not Catholic, because I'm willing to convert.
Of course you won't be rejected. Now, you mustn't think that
Oh, I know. And I was just wondering if maybe you could help me with some instruction.
Well, sit down a minute, okay? Look, I'm going to lay all my cards on the table. One, you're on the rebound from a broken engagement. Two, you're finding all sorts of excuses to see me. And three, I may be a priest, but I'm also a man, and I think you're more interested in me than in doing good works or in becoming a Catholic.
I don't know how you could say that.
Look, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not passing judgment on you. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm flattered.
Oh, but that's not true, honest. I mean, you're a priest.
Exactly.
So, about converting.
Look, if you're really serious about it, I'll make an appointment with you with Father O'Hurley. He's the senior pastor, and, well, he's had a lot of experience with conversions. You'll like him a lot, Kathy. He's very thorough and very inspiring.
On second thought, with the job and all, I think I'll be really too busy. But I'll still think about it.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. Yeah, back door's open, so I just thought I'd come in.
If you're looking for Heather, she's over at Trudy's.
Well, I'd like to see Heather, but I really came to see you.
Well, here I am.
Yeah.
Do you want some dinner?
No, I don't want to.
I'm not that hungry either. Do you want some coffee?
No, we're behind coffee though, aren't we?
Do you want to talk?
We're good with that too. We're behind talking too.
What do you want, Tom?
I want a drink, a little drink. How about a drink? You got a drink? Huh?
Haven't you had several drinks?
Yeah, I've had several drinks. I'm going to probably have several more, okay? Fix me a drink, will you? Come on, I need a drink, Mary. Please. Thank you.
Tom,
Please, please,
I
please,
just
please.
hate to think that you've become a problem drinker.
There's no chance of that.
Tom, I've been working on the helpline, and I'm beginning to know some of the telltale signs.
There's no chance of that, Mary, because I already am a problem drinker. You know? You know why? Because I got a hell of a lot of problems. You know? You're not the only one with problems in this marriage, believe me.
I know that, Tom.
Not only I got problems in my marriage, I got problems in my job, I got union problems. You know what they're trying to do to me? They are trying to fire me, Mary, just because I drink a little. Now, isn't that dumb?
Well, Tom, maybe it's just because they feel that, if you
Yeah,
drink
well, it's a
at
plot,
night-
you see. It's a plot, because they are all against me, everybody.
damn one of them. The phonies and the crooks who run the damn thing. You know what else is against me? Your father's against me. He's against me. They're all ganging up on me just because I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar. Hell, everybody's against me. My wife is against me. My father-in-law is against me.
Against you.
You're not against me. Then why the hell did you do what you did, huh? Why did you do that? Do you think I can just forget that? You think I just wiped that out of my mind? You and Foley doing what you did? And where the hell you did it? You think I just forget that?
But you won't even let me tell you that I'm sorry.
What the hell good would that do, huh? What good would that do? I don't know what the hell you want, Mary. I don't know what the hell you want. I sure as hell don't know how the hell to give it to you.
I just want to be able to talk to you, Tom. I mean, I want us to reach out to each other. I want us to help each other.
Mary, I don't need your help. I really don't, because there's nothing wrong with me. Honey, look, you're the one with all the crazy ideas about what you need and what you want. I've tried everything with you. I've tried everything, but nothing helps. Mary, look, you know what you need most. You want to kiss me?
I didn't say that.
But you felt it. I could feel it. I could feel it. Mary, don't. You know what you need? You don't need me. You need someone who's gonna stand up there and do nothing and be nothing for you. And you know what you need? You need somebody who's gonna quote some poetry. Well, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, Mary. I don't know.
I don't want it. I want my poetry. I don't want that. I want my husband. I want my nerd.
Well, nothing's changed, Mary. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. I mean, all the things you think have been wrong, and you think have been wrong. Nothing's changed except for the worse. You're still hitting out, still lashing out. It's not going to do any good. It's just worse for me. That's all. You know, I really think maybe we should make a change. I really do. I really do. We're separated. Maybe we should just make it final, maybe. Huh?
You don't mean a divorce.
Yeah, I mean a divorce.
No.
No, I mean it. No, that's it. That's it. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Thanks for the drink. Thanks a lot.
I just shouldn't be here. I just was driving around and I just ended up here. Oh, these are very soft and absorbent. What are they?
Lady Scott tissues.
Was it 2-ply or 3-ply?
I don't know. They were on sale.
What am I doing here?
You're here because this is where you should be. Why don't you tell me what happened?
Tom hates me.
What happened?
He just came over and he said he wanted to talk. And then he said that we would be out talking.
So what did you do?
So we just sort of looked at each other. He has so many problems. We have tests. He has so many problems. drinking problem. I mean, you got a real drinking problem. I tried to reach out to him, you know. I tried to help. And he just pushed me away. And anyway, he said that he said he wanted it to be over, and then he wanted a divorce. I don't know what I want. I really don't know what I want. I mean, I want to be in a place good.
Maybe you should be in love with somebody who also wants it to be good.
What?
Mary, your being here isn't an accident. You came here because you know that people should mean more to each other than just spending time together, just occupying the same space, just taking each other for granted.
Did I?
You're here because you have a right to happiness, a right to giving, and to taking.
Tom doesn't want what I have to give.
I do. I'm sorry that you've had a bad time lately. Everything's gonna be alright. You know you're gonna need somebody to take care of you now. Somebody to look after you and your little girl. And I'm here.
Oh, listen, you've been really sweet and kind.
There's one thing you can do for me.
Didn't we do that?
There's one thing you can say. One thing you can say.
What?
Say you love me.
I do love you for your sweetness and your kindness.
No, I want to hear you say you love me.
Dennis, I'm so confused now. I don't know what I feel. I really don't know what I feel. I mean, Tom wants a divorce from me. Heather's practically run away from home. She hates me.
Don't be afraid to feel. And don't be afraid to take. Say it. Let's say you love me.
I need you.
You love me.
I love you. 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 My mother's adopted.
I have big feelings. So, 4 major beats of this episode. Mary gets a visit from the book salesman, the encyclopedia salesman, the great works salesman, who more importantly than making a sale on books, outs Ed and Howard. And that's the one thing that Howard wanted to avoid. And I believe that the etiquette of not outing people wasn't really a consideration in the early 70s, the mid 70s, or even a decade later. We really hadn't talked about the ramifications of outing someone. I feel like that conversation is fairly modern. It was a bad thing to do then, it just wasn't something that was discussed or understood, especially since so many people were closeted at that point. So I'm thinking that we're going to hear a lot more about this, although Mary's focus is going to be taken by the other things that have happened to her since that very brief announcement. Then Kathy comes to Father DeMarco. Of course, Father DeMarco sees that she has some kind of attraction for her, but Kathy insists on getting converted to Catholicism. Maybe not the best reasons, because someone who is of the Catholic faith should probably not be dating or having romantic entanglements with a priest. I mean, I'm not really Catholic, if you ask me. I don't know much about the culture. I mean, I was definitely brought up into Catholic churches as a child, but I don't know much about it, to be honest. Then we see that horrific scene between Tom and Mary, and they have so many emotions that need to be worked out. And unfortunately, as we have seen again and again through the series, they don't have the ability to talk about their feelings in healthy ways. They don't know how to do it. And I feel like they could get guidance on it. And I sadly don't expect them to do that. But if they could have a moderator, for instance, to talk through the many, many problems that they have in their relationship, they may be able to work on those. But at this point, it is just Tom requesting a divorce and Mary really not knowing what to do with that. And that's what made the final scene so hard for me, because Mary doesn't know how to resolve the feelings that she has in her relationship to Tom. And Dennis pushing for Mary to say, even though it is truthful that Mary loves Dennis, she has other feelings to deal with, and she is experiencing trauma and grief in the moment that Dennis pushes her to say the things. And maybe Dennis thinks that saying a truthful statement of love will help Mary. I think it's not the time. I mean, what do I know? But I feel like she's got a lot of problems already. Let her deal with them. If you love her, wait. So that was episode 110, Friday, June 4th, 1976. Thank you so much for coming along and hearing my heart breaking. And we will see you next week in Fernwood.